Alongside Trey, Wingo, I'm Neil Everett. Much sooner than expected how Oklahoma got shocked at home and why it was deja vu all over again Saturday in Norman.
True, Neil, and a run at the hat trick started Saturday night. Do the Trojans look like a team ready to win a third straight national title? Find out SportsCenter right about now.
This is SportsCenter.
Going crazy on campus. Did anyone follow in the footsteps of the Sooners Saturday? All the upsets and huge scares from Wild Week 1. A possible Cy Young showdown ends earlier than expected. Why the Rocket was forced to leave. And when will he return? Thinking October and early September? Who helped their wild card cause? And who slid backwards Saturday? And from Bear to Bow, 50 states in 50 days in Alabama, home of some of the greatest athletes in sports history.
Sooners go boom. Neil, we start with a fact bar. Bob Stoops, 19-0 all-time in the month of September. TCU didn't care. First quarter, Oklahoma having some issues. Adrian Peterson, Heisman runner-up from a year ago, stuck. No gain. Second quarter, Peterson runs around again, tripped up behind the line of scrimmage by Jason Phillips. 5 yards, 8 carries in the first half. Sooners down by 10 at the break. Third quarter, Oklahoma still down 10. Paul Thompson hands off to Peterson. Peterson this time gets the corner, gets the end zone. It's now a 3-point game, 10-7 TCU. Later in the third, Peterson runs in up the middle, and woof! As you can see, he'll come out of the pile limping in pain, diagnosed with a high ankle sprain. He would return, wasn't a factor. 22 carries, just 63 yards. Fourth quarter now tied at 10. Oklahoma driving on the field. Backup QB Red Bomar sacked, and he Bomar'd. He fumbled. TCU David Hawthorne recovers. They had 4 turnovers, TCU did. Ensuing possession, second and goal, Ty Gunn looking for Robert Merrill, and that's a good look. Around the corner, and the Horned Frogs up in Norman, 17-10. What's going on? 1:08 left in the game. Sooners still down by 7. Paul Thompson back in the game. And this was a recurring theme. Sack, fumble. Oklahoma loses 17-10. Upset at home for the first time since 1996. Trev, what happened in Norman?
Obviously, the confidence of Oklahoma has to be shaken after a devastating loss in Week 1, a game they should have won. TCU outplayed them and absolutely shut down the Oklahoma offense. But you know what? If you're Bob Stoops, you tell your team, look, guys, our goals are still in front of us. We can still win the Big 12. We can still be in a BCS game. And, oh, by the way, we can still beat Texas.
That is a fact lately, Trev. Thanks. By the way, Oklahoma tries to take this loss out on Tulsa next week. TCU's win in Norman, the first time since '98 that Oklahoma had lost a game in September. The first time since '95 that a top 10 team had lost its season opener at home to an unranked team. And the first time since 1961 that the Horned Frogs had beaten a top 10 team. Neil.
One of the 2 biggest coaching changes in college football during the offseason, Charlie Weis, the Notre Dame Irish at Pittsburgh, now coached by former NFLer Dave Wannstedt. First quarter, key to the play, Irish center Bob Morton, Brady Quinn, screen pass to Darius Walker. Walker pulls, Morton pulls and plows, and Walker gets the corner, and he gets go. 51-yard touchdown, catch and run. Walker also ran the ball 20 times for 100 yards, game tied at 7. Second quarter, 21-10 Notre Dame after a Panther turnover. Quinn to Jeff Samarza, 19 yards, and the great grab. Quinn, 227 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Another look at that one. Samarza laying out, top play nominee. Notre Dame outgained Pittsburgh 502-323. Still before the half, 28-13, 3rd and 1. Quinn to Rashawn Powers. Neal, he had 3 touchdowns on 8 carries. Quinn looked like Tom Brady. Charlie Weis looked like Charlie Weis. Next up for the Irish at Michigan, 42-21. Next up for you, Mark May.
Charlie Weis all season was talking to talk, but he definitely walked the walk at Heinz Field against the University of Pittsburgh. He came out. His team was very physical at the point of attack. They pushed around the Panthers the entire day. They're very balanced on offense. 275 yards rushing with his football team, 227 passing. They got exactly what they wanted out of Brady Quinn as quarterback. He looked like Tom Brady in this football game.
Charlie Weis offense translates to the college game in his first game. You know, Newt Rodney came to South Bend in 1918. The only coach to get more out of his offense in his first try, Ed McKeever in 44. McKeever was just keeping the seat warm for Frank Leahy. He was in the Navy, but it should be noted that both those wins came against Pittsburgh.
All right, Neil, from the guy who took Notre Dame's job to the guy who rejected it. Urban Meyer in Florida taking on Wyoming, the Gators opening up in the swamp. First quarter, you're going to sense a theme in these highlights. Chris Leak, the quarterback, looking for Chad Jackson. Great throw, great catch, 26-yard score, Gators up by 7. Second quarter, Leak to Jackson. These two have taken over the highlight. 14-0. Leak 26 of 34, 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. All of them to Chad Jackson. Check out the glove. One-handed grab. He had 10 catches for 138 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. None better than that one. Wait, hang on, there's more. Chad Jackson says, I can also run. On the option from 5 yards in. 5-yard score. Jackson 4 touchdowns. Urban Meyer gets his first win. Florida rolls Wyoming 32-14.
Number 1 in the 50th state. Are the Trojans looking like a team ready to make a run at 3 national titles in a row, or is Hawaii a worthy test to answer that?
Plus, we got a possible Cy Young showdown. It ends prematurely while the Rocket flamed out and how the wild card deck got shuffled again. Plus,
I'm Linda Cohn. SportsCenter's 50 States in 50 Days is in Alabama. We're here in a sea of orange at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Coming up, highlights and post-game reaction from Auburn's season opener against Georgia Tech.
A rainy day is my chance to be home. Be a fan. Be a kid. Be lazy. Problem is, there are no rainy days. My life is about never settling. That's why my card is American Express.
Sport is sport. A foul's a foul. And a bat's a bat, even if it's flat. 10 feet on the west side is 10 feet on the east side. Football is football, unless it's football. Now, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. But no matter what, you better come with it, because it's 90 feet to first, no matter where home is.
SportsCenter, 50 states in 50 days. Drive, effort, persistence. Presented by American Express. My life, my card. And in part by Circuit City. For the hottest new technology, think Circuit City. Just what I needed.
Aloha! Top-ranked USC at Hawaii Warriors open to end the Trojans' 22-game win streak. Going to need all the mana they can muster to pull the upset. Second quarter, 14-3 Trojans. Reggie Bush, corner, goodbye Bush. 2 scores, 143 total yards, 21-3, top play nominee. Third quarter, Liner, Dwayne Jarrett. Matt Leinart, 332 yards passing, 3 scores. Jarrett caught 3 touchdowns. Leinart, 73rd career passing touchdown at USC, breaks the record held by Carson Palmer. Third quarter, 28-10. Leinart pumps and finds Steve Smith wide open. There was a lot of that. 67 yards, Aloha Stadium bumming. 35-10. Smith, 7 catches, 185 yards, and that score. We're going to break that play down. Leinart checked off, then pumped. Called the slant and go. Kenny Patton, the defensive back, bites, and he is bit. Smith goes right by him. Wise defensive coordinator Jerry Glanville, 11 years since he's coached. His D got schooled. Personal foul on this play. This game was personal for some. 63-17 is your final. USC cruises. They got a home opener versus Arkansas on September 17th.
Neil, all games are personal to somebody. Number 18, Boise State. Number 3, Georgia. DJ Shockley finally making his first start for the Bulldogs. He didn't start because David Green was terrific. Look at the reams and reams of stats here. An NCAA record 42 wins, Georgia record 72 touchdowns. Shockley, big shoes to fill, and look at what he can do. Runs right, and he's going to, boom, get in there. 7-0 Bulldogs, 5 carries, 85 yards for Shockley. Oh, by the way, he can also throw. 3rd and 6 from the 40. Shockley looking for Kenneth Harris with about 800 people around him. Tremendous throw, 16 of 24, 285 yards, 5 touchdowns, DJ.
I was very nervous, coming before the game. I could hardly sit down. I was walking around a lot, doing a lot of fidgeting. Right before we went out, I talked to our team chaplain. He just prayed, and that kind of eased my heart a little bit. And went out, and everything took care of itself.
And I shorted one. There were 5 touchdown passes, 6 touchdowns total, 374 total yards. Bulldogs roll 48-13.
This game's so big to the Houston Astros, they take it 6-5 in the bottom of the 13th.
The Astros go from improbable comeback last night against the Cardinals to facing probable Cy Young winner Chris Carpenter tonight. He was a comeback player of the year last season, a season in which Roger Clements came back after retiring to win his 7th Cy Young. Clemens would be more in the mix for an 8th if Houston scored more runs. His ERA is a major league best 1.51. Carpenter's won 19 of 27 starts, including his last 9 on the road. St. Louis in Houston. Astros begin the day 1/2 game behind Philadelphia to the National League Wildcard League. Carpenter handed Clemens his only loss in 5 career decisions against the Cards. Top 4 tied. Clemens facing Yadier Molina. Slow chopper scores Larry Walker. 2-1 Cards. Clemens said he tweaked his hammy during his at-bat in the 2nd inning when he struck out trying to bunt. He left after 5. Bottom 6, Lance Berkman leaves. Berkman began the game just 1 for 8 career against Carpenter. Game is tied. Top 7, Russ Springer pitching. Mark Grzelcyk hitting. Willie Taveras fielding, or at least trying to. Goes for the web gem, gets nothing. Abraham Nunez scores. Cards up 1 again. 8th inning. The Carpenter is still pounding on the Astros. Luke Scott nailed. 9th inning, job almost done. Orlando Palmeiro. Good game to watch. Carpenter, the first 20-game winner in the Bigs this season. Complete games, 8 hits, 8 Ks, 4-2 Cardinals. Let's go back to campus. How the Vols survived a huge scare. Why it was way too much Michigan for Northern Illinois. And how the Buckeyes prove they're ready for the Longhorns next week.
Well, you never know when you might encounter a beer without character. That's why we test our recruits for every situation.
Great tasting, next filler, Miller Lite.
No, we're not superheroes. More like ministers of culture.
Intentional taste man.
Character, substance, personal style.
A lot of people have great taste and don't even know it. We help them see their potential.
Intentional taste mask.
Intentional taste mask.
Don't cry on me.
I teach taste. That's what I do.
Character.
Salmon spend most of their adult lives in the ocean. After maturing, they migrate back to spawn in the same rivers and streams where they were born. It is here that many a salmon's life is cut short. However, there is good news. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
We crashed 1,000 miles off course. We gotta keep going.
Oh, no way.
The hell was that?
Nobody's safe.
Do you think we're being punished?
This is destiny.
I'm so sweet.
I want some answers.
Somebody help!
Are you losing the backyard battle on grass and weeds? Get serious. Get the Grass Samurai, the revolutionary serrated trimmer line system that's so fast, so strong, and so simple to use, it mows down the competition. Just add the patented Grass Samurai cutting head to your gas trimmer. No tools needed. The Grass Samurai's cutting head actually angles the serrated line, creating a multi-edged sword that's a cutting blade and ultra-strong trimmer line all in one. The patented stainless steel line locking system instantly locks the sword in place. And now, through this exclusive TV offer, it's yours for only $19.95. You'll get the heavy-duty Samurai quick loader trimmer head, mounting hardware, and 24 heavy-duty Samurai serrated swords, all for just $19.95. Call now and we'll double your order with a bonus 24-pack set of Nile saws absolutely free. If your Samurai Nile saws ever wear out, we'll send you sword replacements free for the next 20 years. Just pay shipping and handling. Get serious. Get the Grass Samurai for just $19.95. Call now.
NFL news, Peerless Price is in the house. Cowboys signed the wideout to a one-year deal. The move reunites him with Drew Bledsoe, his old quarterback from Buffalo, where he had his best years before he went to Atlanta. In Philly, the Eagles' cuts included defensive end Hugh Douglas. 34-year-old has 37 career sacks for the Eagles and 2 separate tours of duty there. Also let go by the Eagles, fullback John Ritchie. Not the nicest birthday present for Ritchie, who turns 31 tomorrow. Missed most of last season with a knee injury. And former Bears #1 pick David Terrell, cut by the Pats, taken 8th overall in 2001. The wideout never delivered on his collegiate career.
Tennessee ain't no place for UAB to be, or so most thought. Third-ranked Vols with their hands full. Second quarter, 10-3 Tennessee. Rick Clausen didn't start, but he finishes the half. 12-yard strike to C.J. Payton. Clausen with better numbers than Eric Ainge and the Vols quarterback duo. 2 minutes left, 17-10. UAB, 4th and 7. Misses the potential tying score by that much. Harold Hickney's pass to Lance Rhodes, tipped by Demetrius Morley. 17-10 wins it. Tennessee at Florida in 2 weeks.
Finish of the night, 17th ranked Aggies at Clemson in Death Valley. Now, fourth quarter, Clemson by 5. Reggie McNeil waiting, he's got time, finds Chad Schroeder open, great throw, 31-yard score. Aggies go up by 1. Now look at the scoreboard. A&M coach Dennis Franchione chooses to take the extra point instead of going for 2. Todd Pegram makes it easily. A&M goes up by 2. The decision would come back to haunt the Aggies because closing seconds of the game, Jad Dean lining up a 42-yard field goal. The fact bar says he's already tied the school record with 5. Tommy Bowden saying, oh, why did I get into this stinking profession? But Jad Dean is ice. 42-yard field goal, Clemson by 1. This is why special teams are special. Look at the holder, Cole Chasen. Great play on the low snap. Bowden says, I love my job. This is the greatest thing ever. Clemson wins 25-24.
6th-ranked Ohio State hosted Miami, Ohio. Buckeyes have won 26 straight home openers. They're unbeaten in their last 32 versus in-state competition. Those streaks will continue. Dante Whitner with the pick 6 off the Josh Betts throw. 20-0. Ohio State's D held the Redhawks to 48 yards on the ground. Todd Beckman replaced Justin Zwick because this one was out of control. He finds Ted Ginn Jr. for 42, and the score 34-14 final. Wasn't that close. Ohio State, Texas next weekend.
What do you say we switch things up, Neil, do a little baseball? Yanks started the day a game back at the A's for the AL wild card, and conveniently they're playing the A's. A-Rod up with a 2-0 lead. Singles to right with the bases loaded off Justin Dukeshire. 2 runs come in. Yanks go up 4-0. A-Rod solid on the day, 3 for 3, batting .321 now for the season. Next batter, Jason Giambi. He's made an amazing turnaround this season. Another one goes out, a 3-run shot against his former team, 26th on the year, and then man love between Don Mattingly and Jason Giambi. Show me a fact bar. Aaron Small is going 5-0 with the Yankees, coming into Saturday with an ERA a tad over 3. Bottom 7, Bobby Kelty, who does have the best hair in sports, strikes out. Bottom 9, Small going for the complete game against his old team, and Dan Johnson is no match. 3 strikeouts, first career complete game for Small. The A's shut out for an AL worst 11th time, Neil.
Tribe looking to stay tight with the Yanks in the wild card race in Minnesota, facing Johan Santana. 0.56 ERA in his last 3 starts. Scoreless for Santana. Sacred Fire gets Johnny Peralta. 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 10 wins. Bottom 9 tied. Juan Castro laying it down. Aaron Boone picks it up and throws it away. Castro ends up on second with no one out, and Nick Punta coming up. And with that, we're flashing back. It's all legal. August 6th, Twins, Red Sox, Minnesota runner on second after an error. Punto lays down the bunt. Mike Timlin goes Lelouch on the throw to first. Twins win on a walk-off fielding error. Back to reality, or just Saturday for some. Punto bunts. Bob Howery goes Timlin. Castro will score the game winner from second. I think I'm leading the league in walk-off bunts, said Punto after the 3-2 win. All right, the 2 AL West teams could have the advantage if these standings hold in the final week of the season. Angels, A's finish up with the Rangers and Mariners, respectively. Yankees finish with the Red Sox. The Indians finish with the White Sox. Go figure.
All right, it's not exactly one for the thumb, but USA Soccer could clinch their 5th straight World Cup appearance with a win over Mexico tonight. Look, even if they lose, they could still clinch. But considering the history between these 2 nations, Team USA wants to go in through the front door. You see, 3 years ago, Mexican striker Luis Hernandez told American Landon Donovan during a match he would find his mother and kill her. Says Landon, quote, "It's not just another game for me. I clearly, absolutely, desperately want to beat them. This game being played in Columbus, Ohio. There's Landon Donovan. USA has not lost at home since '72 against Mexico. First half, no score. Ramon Morales with the free kick, but a great save by Casey Keller. Extension, and Ramon denied. They played chippy all night. Stare down here. More physical play as DeMarcus Beasley's going to get tripped. And then we get a goal. Beasley kicks it in. USA wins 2-0. They qualify for their 5th straight. First time since '34, the first from their region to qualify. Well, an upset much sooner than expected in Norman, why Oklahoma lost its first September game ever during the Bob Stoops era. College game day guys join us straight ahead.
All right, here's a very good reason not to stand in front of a race car driver anxious to get back on the track. Ouch. How that guy's doing after getting himself run over.
OnStar emergency.
I lost my card. My little one pushed the button.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best to get it open. I am sending the signal through.
There we go. Hi, buddy. You are wonderful, girl. Thank you so much.
OnStar by GM. To learn more, visit OnStar.com.
Show me where it hurts.
Warning, please limit wearing of TAG body spray in hospital settings. Failure to do so may result in an outbreak of highly contagious lusty nurse fever. Ouch.
Introducing TAG body spray for guys. Consider yourself warned.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for answers on any project you can easily understand. Get ready for in-depth information from Advance TV, our exclusive in-store how-to network. Get ready to go from no way to know-how. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Great taste. Great taste. Less filling. What do we look for in a recruit? Well, you need skill. On the field of beer, there's no time for hesitation. You have to be quick. You may have only seconds to spot a not Miller Lite. You gotta have substance. This is not a job for the weak. Personal style, very important.
Roughing the palate! Roughing the palate!
Finding one with all the right stuff, well, that's just rare, isn't it?
An American icon for 80 years. And when it's over a game, it's got the best seat in the house. Get your chance to ride the Goodyear Blimp. Watch baseball tonight on September 16th at 10 p.m. Eastern to see if you won. Ride the Goodyear Blimp now at ESPN.com.
This is Bob. Bob is doing well. Very well indeed. That's because not long ago, with just a quick phone call, Bob realized that he could have something better in his life. And what did he get? Why, a big boost of confidence, a little more self-esteem, and a very happy missus at home. Call or go online now to get a free sample pack. Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement. This is Bob. Bob is looking cool. And with a call to Enzyte about natural male enhancement, Bob is living large. In a few short weeks, Bob has a big new spring of confidence. A generous swelling of pride. And the one thing every man deserves, a little well-earned respect from the neighborhood. Call or go online now to get a free sample pack of Enzyte. Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement.
Welcome to Alabama, Auburn, Alabama. That's where 87,000 orange-clad fans filled Jordan-Hare Stadium for the season opener between the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech and the hometown Auburn Tigers. Hi, I'm Linda Cohn. Stop number 49 in our tour of 50 states in 50 days lands us in the heart of Dixie, Alabama. You probably know about the great rivalry that is Alabama and Auburn, the Iron Bowl, but Georgia Tech and Auburn have a tradition of their own. They've been playing each other since 1892, and back in 1896, it got ugly when Auburn students reportedly sneaked out of their rooms, soaked the railroad tracks with pig grease, and sent Tech's train sliding right through town. The Yellow Jackets were forced to walk the 5 miles back to Auburn and went on to lose the game 45-0. Saturday night's game on ESPN, the 92nd meeting. Both teams holding a moment of silence for the hurricane victims before the game. Georgia Tech's Eric Henderson leading the other players. Entering the game, he did not know the whereabouts of his sister. Thank
Thankfully, it would be discovered at halftime that Henderson's sister was indeed be saved. Auburn Tigers enter Saturday's game with a 15-game winning streak. Reggie Ball setting the tone, finding Calvin Johnson. But check out Johnson, the great effort to stay inbounds and make the catch. Take a look at the replay. Auburn, though, to the fourth quarter, trails 20-14. The sophomore for Auburn is Brandon Cox. He threw for 342 yards, but boy, turnovers killed him. Kick picked off by Carmichael. 4 picks in the second half for Cox. Less than 4 minutes to play. Auburn trailing by 6. Cox looking to get something going, but he forces it, and he's picked off again, this time by Wilkinson. And the Yellow Jackets take out the Tigers in Auburn, 23-14. Auburn's 15-game win streak comes to an end. This was only the 7th time ever that the Tigers had lost their season opener while playing in Auburn. The 6th time since 1930. This is the first win for Georgia Tech at Auburn since 1978. Now let's send it over to Holly Rowe.
Reggie Ball, the coaches, everybody said you had your best camp ever this fall. How did that translate onto the field for you tonight?
You just practice like you play. You look pretty good in practice. You look pretty good when you come out on the game field. Just lucky to have the team that I have, the offensive line that I have to come out and execute.
You beat this team at Auburn at Georgia Tech when you were just a freshman. What's it like to win here at Auburn now as a junior?
Just a win.